Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Brockton City Council for October 23rd, 2023. The time having arrived and a quorum being present, I hereby call this meeting to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk.
Item number 1, we have the acceptance of the minutes of the October 10th, 2023 City Council meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have the appointments. Appointment of Dr. Larry Green of Brockton, Mass. to the Council on Aging as a member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Referred to Finance.
We have the appointment of Ann McCormick of Brockton, Mass. to the Council on Aging as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Referred to Finance.
We have the appointment of Gerald Kolsch of Brockton, Mass. to the Council on Aging as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Referred to Finance.
We have the appointment of Janet Trask of Brockton, Mass. to the Commission on Human Rights, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Referred to Finance.
We have the reappointment of David Andrews of Brockton, Mass. to the Council on Aging as a member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Referred to Finance.
Hearing, we have the petition of David Lynch, DBA Campello Salvage of 30 Quincy Street, Brockton, Mass. for a junk collector's license located at 163 Clinton Street, Brockton, Mass. 02301.
The time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor? If so, please give your name and address to the clerk.
Good evening, Madam President. Attorney Jake Creedon, 71 Legion Parkway, Brockton. With me is David Lynch, who is the owner and petitioner in this situation. Very briefly, the location is 163-157 Clinton Street. That location has been Campello Salvage, which is the corporate name of the situation since the early 50s. Scott Farrier of John Holmgren's office, who now owns John Holmgren's office, did a plot plan. It holds 47 vehicles. It's in an area where nobody could be disturbed that I can think of, other than the school across the street, which is a day situation. So the present license has been renewed in Davis Scudder's name, who's owned it since the early 50s. He would like the license transferred from him to David Lynch. As you probably know, David does all of the city towing by contract, so a lot of the vehicles that are in accidents and other situations end up with him. He does have a private business also. I think that's basically, it's over a half acre of land, and it's right on Clinton Street if you haven't seen it. Dave has actually run that with Mr. Scudder for a number of years. And again, has always been a big city participant in all kinds of civic and regular contracts with the city. And would ask that the license be transferred from, and there's a letter in the application that indicated that Mr. Scudder is in favor of transferring it.
Councilors, any questions? Okay, well, this is in Ward 4, so I just want to very quickly ask a few questions. And I just want to confirm that all of the junk and other items that you'll be keeping there, you keep it all within fences, right? And
yes.
Nothing on the sidewalk, nothing on the street.
No.
And nothing will be parked on the street.
Nothing at all.
As you're aware, I sometimes get calls about parking along that stretch of Clinton Street.
I'm sure you get it every single day.
Yes.
Yeah, there are only 2 to 3 employees. They will be parking on premise. And I can tell you, because of the junk license statute, all of that lattice work to screen, if you will, what could be obnoxious looking stuff is already in place and has been for years. But David's important that somebody that is in charge and owner is hands-on. He's in the city every single day, lives in the city and all the other stuff.
And of course, this property is directly across the street from the Gilmore School.
Yes,
Right, so the screening will be very helpful.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else we should know?
No,
Okay.
keep clean.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Sorry.
We can't do a motion yet. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun. Is there anyone else here in favor? If so, please come forward and state your name. If not, I'll call that portion of the hearing closed. Is there anyone here in opposition? If not, I declare that portion of the hearing closed. Now the question comes on granting the license by a hand vote. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Thank you, it carries. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Madam
Thank you,
President.
Mr. Lynch.
Thank you, members of the council.
Right, Jake.
Thank you very much.
Item number 8, we have the report of the Finance Committee for its meeting of October 16th, 2023.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Superintendent of Parks informing the City Council that on October 12th, 2023, the City of Brockton's Park Commission voted unanimously to accept the proposed Marvelous Marvin Hagler Park as an official city park.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Mayor appointing Dr. Larry Green of Brockton, Mass. To the Council on Aging as a member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Mayor appointing Ann McCormick of Brockton, Mass. To the Council on Aging as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Mayor appointing Gerald Kolsch of Brockton, Mass. To the Council on Aging as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Mayor appointing Janet Trask of Brockton, Mass. To the Commission on Human Rights, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Mayor reappointing David Andrews of Brockton, Mass. To the Council on Aging as a member for a 3-year term ending October 2026.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Director of Planning and Economic Development informing the City Council that the development agreement between the property owner 137 Main Street et al. And CMK Development Partners has been terminated. As such, the tax increment exemption agreement tie between the city and CMK Partners should be rescinded. The tie agreement was needed for CMK Partners to apply to the Commonwealth for Housing Development Incentive Program, HDIP, tax credits for the construction of market-rate housing units in gateway cities.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending the City Council authorize the appropriation of $288,205.86 from Police Fiscal Year 23 full-time salaries, $288,205.86, to Police Fiscal Year 24 personal services, overtime, $288,205.86, retroactive payment. This appropriation provides funding for 1 year, July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023, of a 3-year contract.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file. And before we continue to unfinished business, councilors, let me let you know that Councilor D'Agostino notified me he's unable to be with us tonight. Thank you.
Item number 20, ordered that the City Council dedicate the city-owned land more commonly known as 0 Petronelli Way, Brockton, Massachusetts, being identified as parcel 109-057 and being the same premises identified in Plymouth County Registry of Deeds, Book 41854, page 253, containing approximately 4,157 square feet, more or less, and parcel 109-055, and being the same premises identified in Plymouth County Registry of Deeds, Book 54222, page 204, containing approximately 1,121 square feet, more or less, to be dedicated as a public park under the protection of Article 97 of the amendments to the Massachusetts Constitution. In City Council, September 25th, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable as amended. In City Council, October 10th, 2023, postponed to the next City Council meeting.
The question is on adoption as amended by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
8 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted as amended.
We have the appointment of Jack D. Colombo of 22 Hazard Street, Brockton, Mass. to the City of Brockton Cultural Council as a member for a 3-year term ending September 2026. In City Council, September 25th, 2023. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on confirmation by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
8 in the affirmative.
The appointment is confirmed.
We have the appointment of Scott Ullman of Brockton, Mass. to the License Commission as a commissioner for a 3-year term ending October 2026. In City Council, October 10th, 2023. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on confirmation by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
8 in the affirmative.
The appointment is confirmed.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $648,038 from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security to the Police Department. This grant will be used towards the salary and overtime of certified enhanced 911 telecommunicators and dispatchers. In City Council, October 10th, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $304,766.48. This grant will be used to reimburse overtime for ETDs, police officers, and fire department emergency medical dispatch personnel to attend 16 hours of mandatory E91 continuing education training for annual certification from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security to the Police Department. In City Council, October 10, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the grant funds in the amount of $6,500 from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Sex Offender Registry Board to the Police Department. In City Council, October 10th, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $187,500 from the Department of Public Health, Bureau of Substance Addiction Services to the Mayor's Office Fiscal Year 24 Prevention in Early Childhood SOR Grant Fund. This grant will be funded in 2 sections, $150,000 July 1st, 2023 through July 1st, 2024, $37,500 July 1st, 2024 through September 29th, 2024 to cover a full year 24 contract and a 3-month contract extension. In City Council, October 10th, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes and approves the tax increment financing agreement between the city, Brockton Industrial Property Owner LLC, and Air Energy Group LLC regarding 105 Industrial Boulevard, Brockton, Massachusetts. This agreement will contribute to the ongoing economic vitality of the city and will commit to job creation and increased revenue. In City Council, October 10th, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The The question is on adoption as amended by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nacastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted as amended, and I make a motion for reconsideration in hopes that it fails.
Second.
Motion's been made and properly seconded. All in favor? Anyone opposed? And it fails. Thank you.
Ordered in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council approve the expenditure of $176,328 from Finance Electricity to New Gen Capital in City Council, October 10th, 2023. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nacastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council approve the expenditure of $2,920.60 from auditing to Dominic J. Capola, CPA, in City Council, October 10th, 2023. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nacastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Madam President,
Councilor Farwell.
with respect to the next item, I would move that we authorize the clerk to provide a summary. All of the information is printed in the agenda on the city webpage rather than read each penny amount.
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made and properly seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Thank you, it carries.
Thank you. Ordered that the City Council authorizes the appropriation of $207,570.68 for purposes of funding the Brockton City Employees Union's BCEU contract. This provides funding for the first year of a three-year contract, July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2025. Transferred from Human Services Employee Benefits, $207,570.68 to the following departments: all personal services other than overtime accounts: Animal Control, Assessor's Office, Auditor's Office, Board of Health, Council on Aging, DPW Administration, DPW Refuse Division, Elections Commission, Information Technology Center, Law Office, License Commission, Parking Authority, Parks and Recreation Department, Police Department, Public Property Department, Veterans Office, Weights and Measures Department, for a total equally above. In City Council, October 10, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption as amended by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nacastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted as amended.
Resolve, item 31, resolve, whereas many Brockton Public School students walk to and from school, and whereas pedestrians use sidewalks and roadways for travel, and whereas councilors receive periodic inquiries and complaints from residents regarding intersection, pedestrian, and student safety, and whereas it is critically important to update and renew goals and objectives for the safety of residents through the efforts of our Traffic Commission and Department of Public Works, DPW. Now therefore be it resolved, the Traffic Commissioner and the DPW Commissioner be invited to a meeting of the Council to discuss the feasibility and implementation of a citywide study to update regulatory signage, crosswalk markings, areas lacking sidewalks, and such other issues as may relate to the safety of school children and pedestrians. In City Council, June 26, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a hand vote. All in favor? Anyone opposed? It carries. The resolve is adopted.
Item number 32, resolved. Be it resolved by the Brockton City Council to invite Jasmine Bradshaw, Director of Social Services, and designees of organizations that partner with the city and offer services to the city's unhoused population to appear before the Finance Committee of the Brockton City Council to discuss resources and social services in the city of Brockton. In City Council, October 10th, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a hand vote. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The resolve is adopted.
Item number 33, resolve. Whereas there are continuing efforts to improve the business development opportunities in the city, and whereas in many areas, including the downtown district, the issues of safety and security and challenges presented by homeless persons are present. Now therefore, be it resolved, Legislative Counsel Shannon Resnick, City Solicitor Megan Bridges or designee, Director of Social Services Jasmine Bradshaw, and Police Chief Brenda Perez be invited to a meeting of the council to address ongoing programs and services related to these issues, as well as federal court decisions affecting the city's efforts. In City Council, August 28, 2023, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
Question is on adoption by a hand vote. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The resolve is adopted.
New business ordered. The City Council hereby rescinds the tax increment exemption agreement tie between the city and CMK Development Partners approved March 13, 2023 for the property at 137 Main Street.
Referred to Finance.
Item 35, ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby appropriated as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Appropriation of $288,205.86 from Police Fiscal Year 23 full-time salaries, $288,205.86, to Police Fiscal Year 24 Personal Services Overtime, retroactive payment, $288,205.86 for the purposes of funding the Brockton Police Patrolmen's Association contract. This appropriation provides funding for 1 year, July 1st, 2022 through June 30, 2023, of a 3-year contract.
Referred to Finance.
Resolved, be it resolved that Mary Waldron of the Downtown Brockton Business Association and Amanda Glennon, Chairwoman of the Brockton Holiday Celebration and Parade, or their designees, be invited to come before the Finance Committee to discuss the Brockton Holiday Celebration and Parade to be held on Saturday, November 25th, 2023.
Referred to Finance.
Resolved to have Nathalie Jean, the Executive Director of the Brockton Redevelopment Authority, appear before the Finance Committee of the Brockton City Council to introduce herself and update the City Council on the BRA and the Executive Director's plans moving forward.
Referred to Finance. Councilor Farwell?
Thank you, Madam President. I have 2 late files dealing with information that would be presented to the public when they're heard.
Second. That was a
Okay.
motion.
Motion's been made and properly seconded to admit a late file. All in favor? Anyone opposed? It carries.
Resolved, whereas the updated property valuations for real property in the city have been certified and also published on the city's website. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of Assessors and representatives from the vendor paid by the city to review and establish updated property values for fiscal year 2024 be invited to a meeting of the Finance Committee of the City Council in November to fully discuss the methodology and data elements applied to this annual process.
Referred to Finance. Councilor Farwell? You have a second one?
Oh, move to admit a second late file, please.
Thank you.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. It carries.
Whereas a community needs assessment was conducted by the UMass Boston Gerontology Institute, focusing on the city of Brockton and its senior populations. Now therefore be it resolved, Mrs. Janice Fitzgerald, Director of the Council on Aging, and a representative from UMass Boston be invited to the second Finance Committee meeting in November to present results and comments of importance relating to the Needs Assessment Survey.
Referred to Finance. Councilor Thompson.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I make a motion to accept a late file relative to the to a no-build easement. The order is in the clerk's hands.
Second.
Motion's been made and properly seconded to admit a late file. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Thank you. It carries.
Ordered that the City Council hereby declare as surplus a city-owned parcel of land located on Main Street, parcel ID 091-079, being the premises of a land described as Parcel A by deed to the City of Brockton, recorded in the Plymouth County Registry of Deeds in Book 5313, page 467, for the purposes of granting a no-build easement to John Marion and Alice R. Marion as trustees of the John and Alice R. Marion Irrevocable Trust, UDT, dated January 5, 1996, recorded with Plymouth County Registry of Deeds at Book 14073, page 220, owner of adjacent property located at 137 Main Street, Brockton. This order further authorizes the mayor to execute all documents necessary to facilitate the grant of the no-build easement.
Referred to real estate.
That's all I have.
Okay, any other late files? Okay, Councilor's recognition. Councilor Thompson.
Thank you, Madam President. For all the Ward 5 residents in the Guild Road, Ames Road, Bates Road area, this Wednesday, October 25th at 6 p.m., we'll be holding a neighborhood watch at 111 Guild Road. Attending will be myself, school committee member Judy Sullivan, and Brockton Police Officer Derek Salamone. If you're interested in attending, please RSVP to brocktonNHW@gmail.com. This neighborhood watch has been in operation for a couple of years now. It's well attended. It's a professional, well-run meeting, and so anybody in that area who's looking to attend, please join us. A lot of information is put out at this meeting, and I hope to see you there. Thank you, Madam President.
Welcome. Councilor Lally.
Thank you, Madam President. All right. I want to announce for the folks at home and for my colleagues that we'll be having a trick-or-treat and open house at the fire station in Ward 6, Station 7, which is at 605 North Carey Street on Sunday, October 29th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. We'll have, snacks, some pizza, candy for the kids, and they get to check out some fire trucks and a police car. So we've got a pretty good program. It's an annual event. We did it last year. And, all are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councilors, next week, October 30th, we will meet at 7 as the Finance Committee. If there is no other business, we are adjourned.